How's everybody doing? Today we are going over the new Darktide patch 17 notes. So it's been like 2 months since we got an update, so I'm going to go ahead and read through all of them real quick, and then I'm going to actually go back through them and give my opinion on them at the end. So I'll timestamp, just running through them normally, and if you want to see me go through them with my opinion, you can go to the end, or you can skip to wherever you want to go. Like, comment, subscribe for more Darktide content, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, uh, this overall patch, I know what's in it already. Yeah, no, 2 months. I don't know what they were working on, but not a lot, one could say. I don't know if they're working on another game, they're working on Vermintide 2 or what they're doing, but let's get started. So, the new additions. So, we have the Power Sword special activation. The new activation will chain into the second light or heavy attacks. These attacks are very similar to the first light and heavy, just mirrored. And this is for both the power swords. I don't really know what that means, but I think they've made it so that you can activate the power sword swing. Let's see, dev note. We hope that these changes make using the power sword to purge heretics from Atoma Prime a more enjoyable experience for you and less so for the enemies of the Imperium. I don't know why they're doing this. The power sword was already great, so that's kind of strange. I don't know what help the power sword needed. I think it's just making the animations more enjoyable, so you don't have to like swing, 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 stop, charge, swing, swing, swing. I don't know what they're doing with that. Spectating hub, you can spectate players a little bit better now, I guess. That's nice. The Auspex scanner, they put it in a nicer location on the HUD or something so that you notice it while you have it or something. I mean, maybe it's a little bit bigger, I guess is what it is. It's a little larger over here on the right side. And is that it? Is that really even worthy of a dev note or of a whole thing? Subtitles, cool. They improve subtitles. I don't know if anybody cares about that. Bug fixes and general changes. So weapon description. This is where we get to a little more interesting stuff, and the more interesting stuff is on the actual characters themselves. Talents, abilities, blitzes, keystones, and auras. Fix so that shouts that target enemies require a direct line of sight to hit sleeping demon hosts. Oh, they like totally nerfed demon hosts in this patch. Like what are we why? Why? I thought they were supposed to be scary. Now they oh, oh my gosh. Fixed an issue where abilities such as veteran talent, voice of command, and ogre talent, loyal protector do not apply aggro on the correct player when waking up a demon host. That's fine. That's nice to do. Fixed an issue where damage would spill over with Zealot's Bolstering Prayer or Veteran's Voice of Command toughness bonus active. So, like, your toughness will work properly, supposedly now. I never noticed it not working properly, but that's fine. Um, Fixed an issue where projectiles could receive or trigger the buffs from the wielded weapon blessings in unintended ways. I think this is talking about the veteran had a cool build where you would use um, brutal momentum and his throwing daggers or something like that, or Crucian roulette, or so you could get like 100% crit chance while aiming or something, and then throw a dagger and you'd have like 100% crit chance on it. They removed that, so no more fun there. Ogre fixed an issue where Ogre talent pulverize inflicted more bleed stacks than expected to enemies hit at the very end of the charge. So essentially, they nerfed Ogren's charge. Psyker slightly lowered the time of damage animation of Brain Burst and Brain Rupture, and that's just the animation though, and should now scale properly with the speed increases from kinetic. So this is just they did not actually improve Brain Burst. I think they just changed some animations and it takes the exact same amount of time to attack. Let's see what else. Fixed an issue. Psyker Assail Blitz did not recover charges up to the enhanced cap of 12 and the enhanced Blitz Maelstrom mission modifier. Okay. Didn't notice that, but that's good. Fixed an issue where Get Back in the Fight talent didn't grant stun immunity on the attack and that broke toughness. So if you're using that, that's good, I guess. I don't remember what that ability does. I think it gives you more stamina if your toughness is broken or something. I guess it didn't always work, or the stun immunity didn't work. I don't know. Fixed issue where Leave No One Behind talent didn't properly grant faster assists. Okay, nobody uses that anyways. Fixed an issue with shock trooper talent, causing rapid fire weapons to consume ammo during critical strikes. So I think this maybe helps out the V1D lasgun builds, maybe, or something, because they're not supposed to consume ammo on critical strikes, and they were anyways. I think that's what that means. Fix an issue where the always prepared talent caused animation issues. Whatever. Fixed issue where veteran base or a scavenger was stacking with upgraded survivalist aura. Uh, I don't know what that is either. It's just some other things stacking that you've never noticed in the game. Fix an issue where with field improvisation talent that would allow Ogrins to find big friendly rocks in ammo crates. Additionally, fixed an issue which prevented being able to pick up grenades from ammo crates affected by field improvisation when having a full ammo reserve but not full grenade reserve. I don't know. Not being able to? Yeah, okay. So that's nice. That's a nice little improvement. Smoke grenades. So now if you have full ammo and you don't have full grenades, you can still pick up grenades. Smoke grenades now stop enemies from shooting through the smoke instantly. Uh, yeah, so smoke grenades work a little bit better if you even freaking use those. And if you do, there's two other very good grenades that you should be using instead. Zealot fix the action chaining to quick throw for the Zealot Blades of Faith blitz on some weapons. Dev note, some specific attacks like the Mark 7 heavy sword first light attack could not be canceled into Blades of Faith. Oh, okay. So, okay. Never noticed that issue either. Didn't know that was even a thing you could do with Blades of Faith. General weapons melee general fixes. So fix an issue or several melee weapons where you would cancel push follow-up attack before it executed to completion if you held the sprint button. Okay, foldable shovels fix incorrect action chaining from push with start attacks from foldable sapper shovels and foldable latrine shovels when shovels folded. And increase the time it takes to unwield the weapon after using special to prevent exploits of very high attack speeds with weapon special. That's kind of a weird bug that some people were using, I guess. Never heard of it myself or seen it online or anything, but whatever, that's fine. Fixed a bug. Thunder hammers fixed an issue where the activated special from the thunder hammer could interact with barrels. So if you hit a barrel with a thunder hammer charged, it will blow up the barrel, or it'll waste your hit. I don't know. I didn't think that was really a bug. I just thought that was how the game was. So chain weapons fixed a crash that couldn't happen when sawing enemies. That's fine. Fixing crashes is good. Power Mauls fixed an issue where the Indignatus Crusher and Achilles Power Maul weapon special attack explosion could appear as delayed. I don't know if I ever noticed that or not. I might have. Never knew it was a bug though. I just thought it was, doing stuff. The Blaze Force Sword fixed an issue where heavy attacks were not displayed as strike down in the inspect menu. It's a good bug to catch. How do they find all these bugs? Like, do people report them or something? Like, I don't know. The combat blades fixed an issue where the combat knife had a chain time that allowed you to cancel weapon special attack into light attack before the damage window was triggered. On Mark 3 and Mark 6 chain times block from 3.2 seconds to 3 and so I don't really. They just rebalanced the timing on some of the combat blades. That was apparently bugged and not intentional. I don't know. Ranged weapons fixed an issue where, let's see, shoot actions were immediately aborted after shooting the last shot in a single fire weapons. I don't know what that means either. Fixed an issue causing flamers and projectiles from force staves to trigger hit markers when attacking explosive barrels. Flamers and projectiles from force staves. I don't know. Something about triggering explosive barrels or hit markers or something. I don't know. So nothing that I ever would have noticed as an actual bug in the game. Fixed an issue where the no ammo sounds would play if all ammo in both the weapon and clip preserve were depleted and trying to shoot. Wouldn't play. Oh, wouldn't play. I was like, it should play. Okay, that's not something I ever noticed. Fixed an issue. I just thought maybe the voice chat didn't trigger on everyone or something. I don't know. Fix an issue where detailed damage numbers for the secondary action attacks were not displayed in some ranged weapons in the inspect menu. I don't even know what that means. Detailed damage numbers for secondary attack chain. Okay. Very, very, very specific bugs patched here. Very specific minor bugs. This is one of the better ones. The MagnaCore Mark II plasma gun. They have greatly improved, but not totally fixed the plasma gun audio and laser not working, which I noticed, but apparently that has to do with spotty connection, so they claim now. So if you have problems with your firing animations on the plasma gun, it should be better now. Shotguns and Ripper guns fix an issue where no ammo would be consumed when shooting a combat shotgun or Ripper gun if swapping to another weapon. The same frame damage was applied. Another abusable thing, I guess, but if you're switching things on the same frame, I mean, come on, that's pretty hard to do. On the same frame, the damage is applied to. I mean, that's just crazy. Anyways, fixed an issue where combat shotguns and Ripper guns would play FX but not shoot when starting to sprint from the frame. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. It would make the sound of shooting, but if you sprinted on the exact same frame as shooting, it wouldn't actually shoot. Something like that. Added detailed damage numbers for combat shotguns, weapon special, shell attacks. Ripper guns increased default damage modifier versus carapace armor 0.01 to 0.05 to align and make it consistent between Ripper gun marks and the hip brace shooting. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. We increased default damage modifier versus carapace, so we get a little bit more damage for Ripper guns against carapace armor, but I think it. I mean, I haven't used the Ripper guns. However, my inclination from this little update here is that you will still do absolutely nothing to carapace armor enemies. I don't think they did any damage to them in the first place. The Cantrell Mark X Heavy Las pistol fixed a bug where Cantrell Mark X Las pistol could be fired slightly faster in ADS than from the hip due to total time being incorrect for the ADS shoot action. Total time is now the same on both hip and ADS shots. Okay, also something that I don't know how anybody even noticed. Rift Haven Mark II force staff an issue where when the weapon specials could be canceled before they could use any damage if spamming the special attack. Great. Weapon fixes. A scatter shot could trigger upon hitting a single enemy. This could happen when a shot was blocked from a bulwark shield if other enemies were standing right behind it. Fix issue where Blaze Away would incorrectly reset the kickback and rumbler when going into ADS or shooting multiple shots. Fixed an issue where brutal momentum was kept active while wielding a ranged weapon, so you can't use brutal momentum. You can't activate brutal momentum, then whip out your Hellbore las gun and donk some dudes in the head. That was really, I didn't know that was a thing, but I would really like to be able to do something like that. And what's wrong with having your melee weapon synergize into your ranged weapon? Like, what? I know this is a bug, but why can't we add stuff in like that? Oh, use this blessing on your melee weapon will help out your ranged weapon, or vice versa. Because maybe maybe you're running like a melee focused build, and you want to use like your ranged weapon, and you whip out your ranged weapon, do something with it to charge up your melee weapon. I mean, I know the veteran has some of this already, right, on their talent tree, but having it in the blessings would be cool too. Considering we haven't gotten a single new blessing since the launch of the game, or perk or anything like that since the launch of the game. They surely can't be that hard to add, although I understand that they can't even make the ones they have work. So combat fixed an issue where solitary stem increases whatever. They fix some stem stuff. Fixed an issue where players could enter an incorrect state when being stunned while using the aspects. I never noticed that, but I guess it's good. It's good to fix. I like problems being fixed, even if I've never ran into them a single time in 600 hours of playing the game. Fixed an issue that made it possible to throw luggables and grenades through walls and floors if standing close to them. Okay. Didn't know about that. Added a unique sound event for when players absorb fire / burn damage with toughness. That's kind of cool. That's actually one of the only cool things I think I've seen in in the patch notes so you actually know if you're getting hit by fire or not, because sometimes you don't notice that you're standing in fire. Fixed a case where the backstab sound could trigger for enemies that were in front of the player. Yeah, that the backstab audio just plays all the freaking time, and I don't know if it's actually hitting backstabs or not, and I don't know how consistent. I don't even. It's possible to tell where a backstab is on an enemy, especially in combat if you're flying with the blade, the dagger, throwing it at dudes, whatever. That's fine. I still think the real problem is probably in actually registering backstabs. It's impossible to tell what actually counts as a backstab. The dog outside is enemies remove push force applied from shots. How long is this? Fix the issue where bulwark shield would not properly be disabled when light or medium staggering forward. So they've supposedly made the bulwark a little bit more consistent to fight against. Yeah, we'll see about that. His shield wraps around his entire body, and it has since the entire launch of the game. He might as well just be a bulwark or a crusher at this point, because you can't, his shield's here, and you hit him way over here, and his shield still blocks it. So, fixed cases where the scab trapper could shoot through fences, grates, and other transparent barriers. That was really annoying. That's nice that that's supposedly fixed. Like everything in this game, when they say it's fixed, maybe means they made it slightly better or it got worse. Fixed an issue where kills from Poxburster's explosion did not contribute to the player killing the Poxburster. Huh. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I don't know who would ever notice that either. I guess you could notice it in the firing range, but you can't have Poxbursters in the firing range. First, I don't know why they're not in there. Change the number of players from Daemon host kills before leaving to 1 across all difficulties. So they have taken the Demon host and they nerfed him. I don't know why. They're like, oh, whenever the Demon host gets activated, it seems like the mission gets lost. Yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be very high risk to get too close to. It's supposed to be scary. Now the Demon host just wakes up, kills one guy, leaves. Yeah. This changes to address the frustration of teammates waking up Demon hosts, also causing innocent players to die from it. To be honest, the most people that I have, okay, well, that's the point of the Demon host, is that he's supposed to be freaking scary and unfair, and you're supposed to stay away from him. The second problem that I've had is when teammates leave the game and the bots replace them, the bots are the ones that usually wake up the Demon host. So maybe make it so bots can't turn on the Demon host, because the bots are useless anyways. Make it so I don't even have to have a bot, if anything. Like, just turn the bots off. I don't know. The overall L plus ratio take from the devs on the Demon hosts. Now the Demon hosts don't mean anything. You can just, even if it wakes up, it kills one of your guys, you just go res them really close by anyways. Change to Scab Trapper aborts their shoot net sound and plays a stop sound if interrupted while shooting. Better interface that you successfully triggered is shooting cooldown. Okay, so this just means that you can tell when you've interrupted a trapper, which is nice to do. So we have some balance changes to some of the maps that you may or may not ever notice. Move some respawn things in some of the maps. Made map respawning fixed visible wall gaps in Cleve and Barrows. Okay, so they've been working on the map. There's all around map improvements. HUD UI, bug fixes, Morningstar. Yeah. Okay. Cosmetics. Change the chest bag. Psyker headgear should now properly display longer hairstyles. Fix clipping issues with the following ogre and lower body cosmetics. Just a huge patch. Can we see what people are discussing? Please address me as a Helldiver, not a reject. Ooh, yikes. Can you release 2 to 3 big updates a year instead of breaking mods every month? The stuff you fixed or changed is so minor nobody cares. New weapons. Fine. There's just There's just Helldivers players in the comments here. Not a dub update. I have to disagree. Okay, so we'll get into my thoughts now. Overall, L update for sure. Absolutely nothing. 2 months later, we got a bug fix. We got a hot fix like 2 months ago, or not 2 months ago, like 2 3 weeks ago. It absolutely did nothing. I added like a few. I don't even know what it did. Then yeah, so the only actual noticeable content update would probably be this Power Sword edition, the Trapper noise, and the Fire audio cue if you're standing in fire. Those are probably my favorite three things from the update. All the other characters in the game kind of got nerfed. There were lots of builds people were using that were fun and powerful, and apparently were tied to bugs. So overall, across the board, the Ogren got kind of nerfed, the Veteran got kind of nerfed, the Zealot got kind of nerfed, and the Psyker was more or less untouched. Yeah, I mean, no content whatsoever. I mean, just really disappointing because the longer the game goes without an update, 2 3 months, the more people expect from your update. So we've gotten this patch now, and assuming that since we've gotten this patch and basically nothing came with it, that it's going to be another 2 months before we get anything at all in the game. So what are they going? They're going for like a biannual update maybe or something. I don't know. If even so, very disappointing. Would really like to just see some comments from the devs on what's going on. I think the community would be a lot more patient if we got like a timeline of anything. Like, oh, big updates coming in July. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll come back in July. I'll play the game in July, or I'll come back a little bit before July, right? But now it's just like, is this game ever going to even get updated again? Like, I'm sure it's going to get updated again. Yeah, it's going to get updated again in the future one day. The way the FatShark does, but come on, give us a little something here. Give us a little, because we were supposed to have monthly maps, monthly new maps, monthly updates, and monthly communications from the devs, right? And now we don't get any of those things that were promised at the launch of the game. And the one that's most egregious to me is the no communications, like no comm links. Like, what happened to the comm links? Where are they? Like, why have we quit comm links? They were supposed to be every month, and they got canceled to every other month, and now it's been like 3 or 4 months since we got a comm link or something. I don't know, but just some community transparency. All you guys have to do to appease people. Like, it's not difficult to do. It really just requires one tweet, to be honest. Hoping to release big update in July, might get delayed to August. That's all you got to do. You really don't have to be that transparent with it. There's not that much going on. Yeah. Overall, that's the update, guys. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Been playing a lot of Helldivers. Honestly, haven't even turned on Darktide in a week or two, just because, why bother? Or, I'm just out of things to do in Darktide. I could do some more meme builds. I can try and make some more meme builds, but I'm low on funds, so that means I have to grind the game to get funds to do more meme builds, which, whatever. And I could do Ogre stuff too. Yeah, I guess so. And I could also do what was I don't know. Remember, I was gonna go with that. Whatever. There's something else I could do, but new player stuff, I guess. But there's not that many new players. I'll save new player content for when there's like free weekends or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's really disappointing. That you haven't seen any Darktide content on the channel. I've just kind of ran out of builds to make up. I could make another auto gun build or something, but it's all going to be kind of the same. There's like a couple more build guides that I could come up with, but again, just same old, not too different from what I've already got. Kind of repetitive at this point. Really needs some kind of in-game progression or something to work towards in the game. There's just nothing left for me to do in the game. So I think, man, across the entire Darktide community, I've seen this for pretty much every single Darktide player, YouTuber, anybody that's been making content on Darktide, is that they've all quit. Even the people that played it like the most committed, even when nobody's watching, they've all quit and gone over to Helldivers, Power World, fun things that have content, progression systems, stuff like that. Darktide's a great game. Combat loop, like if you've watched my video before, combat loop, 10 out of 10. Post game, 0 out of 10. Overall score of the game 5 out of 10. A perfect 5 out of 10. It's kind of yeah, kind of a funny way to put it. Actually, I think Darktide's better than a 5 out of 10 game, especially before you get to the end game. Once you get to the end game sucks. The gameplay, of course, I overall Darktide, I guess I would give it like a 6.5 out of 10, only because there's no in game. There needs to be something. So yeah, we'll end the video there. Hope all you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time. Peace.